like Tasha. Running down, only I can see it. My smile ain't for real, only my mind will see it. A city flame in a third world. Heat on, cause I need to live long in this cold world. Certified style, was a wild child, girl down the whole town. Like, oh now, self-tripping when the X kick in. I'm working hard like a Mexican, and I'd rather be alone right now. Every girl in my phone hold me down. Rock with me, I be on now. We styrofoam, $200 alone, like Sweet Jones. Yeah, and when you call on me, I'll be there. It feels good, 'cause I'm living as the flame of the city. Yeah, I'm the flame of the city. When I created the Me and Two movement 4 years ago, it was all about giving the other side of the goddamn argument. And like I said, once we have a world where talentless people become celebrities, we have a fucking problem. If you're a victim of a celebrity, you're going to be famous. You're known as, that's the girl that Deshaun Watson sexually assaulted. This is your claim to fame now. Once you can turn fame into fortune, everybody wants it. So you have to look at all these situations with a fucking grain of salt. When I made the Me Too movement, one of my biggest fears was to create a loophole where rapists are now walking free. That was my worst fear. I didn't want to protect no fucking rapists. I wanted to expose the nabs that were using the glitches in the system to fuck niggas over. We've heard the Sean Oakland story. We've heard the Brian Banks story. So on and so forth. When I created the Me and Two movement 4 years ago, it was all about giving the other side of the goddamn argument. And like I said, once we have a world where talentless people become celebrities, we have a fucking problem. If you're a victim of a celebrity, you're going to be famous. You're known as, that's the girl that Deshaun Watson sexually assaulted. This is your claim to fame now. Once you can turn fame into fortune, everybody wants it. So you have to look at all these situations with a fucking grain of salt. When I made the Me Too movement, one of my biggest fears was to create a loophole where rapists are now walking free. That was my worst fear. I didn't want to protect no fucking rapists. I wanted to expose the nabs that were using the glitches in the system to fuck niggas over. We've heard the Sean Oakland story. We've heard the Brian Banks story. So on and so forth. When I created the Me Too movement 4 years ago, it was all about giving the other side of the goddamn argument. And like I said, once we have a world where talentless people have a fucking problem. If you're a victim of a celebrity, you're going to be famous. You know that. That's the girl. So damn throwed off like that. Shout out to that boy Darius Mayfield. Darius Mayfield said Sweetie tried to run with the bag and fumble. Yeah. Darius said she tried to run with that bag and she fumbled, my nigga. She fumbled the fucking bag, my nigga. We're gonna talk about it. No, it's up here. There it is. Alright, that's the long video. That's the long video. Shout out to that boy Showboat. Showboat came through early. Early Showboat came through. No words, just straight support. Support. Darius Mayfield said Sweetie tried to run with that bag and she fucking fumbled. He ain't lying. He ain't lying. That shit look like a fucking robbery to me. Shout out to that nigga JP. JP said, and there it is. Hey, there it is, JP. Michael Jackson in this bitch early. You know how the fuck Mike gonna do that shit. Yeah, Darius. Yeah, she tried to run with that bag and she fumbled that bitch. Yeah, she ain't no goddamn Quavo really played that ball. She thought he just played offense. Nah, Quavo played that defense too. Quavo defended his goddamn property from that motherfucking thief trying to come and take his shit. But we're gonna talk about it though, man, because we're gonna try to get ahead of this thing. Obviously, watching this video, the first thing I noticed, honestly, was the fact that it was the Shade Room and other NAB platforms was picking up the video, and they were cutting the first part of the video out. They were cutting the first part out. They weren't showing the part where she actually was hitting him. And that's what NAB is going to do. She's going to protect the NAB at all costs, because one NAB's lifestyle is all the NAB's lifestyle. It's a consciousness once again. If you do have if you're a lieutenant on the Patreon, you can call in. If you're a nation speaker on the Patreon, you actually can get on screen tonight. First thing I saw was the fact that it looked like she was trying to take something. It looked like she was trying to take something that did not belong to her. That was the first thing I noticed. Turn your background down. Yeah. Yeah. Turn off the video, man. Turn the video off. Yeah, just turn it off. It's all good. What's going on, big homie? What you got going with this?
Yeah, man, for real. I had seen you the video on Instagram when I had first seen it, because I had watched the cup this.
What's your name on there?
Candyman G Money. I'm from Mobile, Alabama.
Candyman G Money. That's your name on Instagram?
Yeah.
I'll have to, because everybody sent me this video. Everybody. And I tell people, usually when it's a big story, You don't gotta send me the shit, and I only want shit from my patrons. If you're not a patron, I don't need you to send me shit. And that's why I know you want a patron, so I don't like if you're a patron, you can send me that shit as many times you want to. But if you're not even a patron, don't even worry about it. I got a team of motherfuckers that'll do it. So when you first seen it, what it was that you saw? What did you see when you first saw it?
Man, look, the first thing I seen, she swung on that man, and then to be 100, I looked at her funny shit. It looked like this bitch had a gun in her bag, and he got there like, nah, get in here, but I think she swung on the nigga. But he even do shit, the guy to the ground, and she lucky she didn't get no mobility. Mobility was cut her ass out.
Ooh. No, mobility would have killed her. You know the mobility, them niggas goddamn, move. You know them niggas had a little spree where they were really whacking bitches.
Them niggas, like 20, I was like 2014, 2015, like 2016, they were killing baby moms and everything.
Exactly. You ain't lying. It was 2014. Them niggas.
When them doing the ass shit.
Yes, Lord. They was killing these motherfuckers. They was killing these whole real talk. Yeah, so that she really did get off easy. It wasn't a real fucked up situation. But as we watch this though, I'm looking at it from the white man's eye. From the white man's eye, I know that he can put a couple charges together. At this point, Quavo's future is really in Sweetie's hand. Because she can now walk outside like a domestic violence survivor. And that's where she get crazy. Shout out to that boy Dirty Do. Dirty Do said, Dirty from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, real pimpin'. Salute. I ain't Dirty Do. That's my first time seeing you, big home. We working. Hold on, OG. Carlos said, no words, straight support. I appreciate that, Carlos. Another new nigga. Trey Reed in this bitch, man. Come on, man. You know what the fuck it is when Trey Reed get in this bitch. We thugging tonight in this bitch. Real talk. You already know what it is, my nigga. You know, we just had a damn near tornado came through this bitch today. That's why I was a little late. I had to get the dogs together and shit like that. But I know we were gonna get it together. Big Face Podcast, who this on the line?
What up, Cartel?
Huh? Cartel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this your first time calling in?
Yeah, but I think I've been rocking with you for like we found each other on the gram and all that.
And you know that should be crazy. I don't know nobody, man. Like in order for me to know somebody, I really gotta communicate with you. If I follow a person back, it's just really at that moment I just hit the button.
Yeah.
People, I just follow people, whatever like that. But what's going on with you? How you seen the video?
Man, when the video first dropped, my God, we got into an argument about the video. Like, I don't know if your name or not.
There it is.
Like you said earlier, I seen the video, the shade room posted and all that, but they ain't posted the beginning. They just posted like when he started grabbing for the bag. So I'm telling her, like, man, you can't really judge it off of that because people edit videos like that.
Not even. I see you, magnetic Scorpio. Not even just that. Even from let's watch the fucked up video. The video where they just cut it out. Let's see. Let me try to find. All right, this is the video. All right, she's reaching for the bag. They're fighting over the bag. It's a bag fight. Now the door is closed. Okay. Even looking like that, like they fighting over the bag. Obviously, so the argument probably went something like, oh, bitch, you can leave, bitch, but you ain't finna take my shit with you. Oh, you a motherfucker, I'm finna take my shit. This is mine, you gave it to me, or whatever the fuck like that. Oh, bitch, you got life fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And then the elevator, and bitch, I'm finna show you. And then that's when the shit pursues. And this is what I'm saying. the realest part about the whole situation is very simple. If you're in danger, because I'm patiently waiting on Sweetie to come out and give a fucking statement saying that yes, he that wasn't his first time assaulting me. I was getting beat all the time in the relationship and all that shit like this. And that's how she can run with her career. But what a person with common sense would understand is that if you were getting beat and all that shit like this, your life is far more important than whatever material shit is in that fucking box. Whatever material shit is in that bag. She was ready to go to war and die about the contents of that fucking box. You know what I'm saying?
You see that she was like being commanding at the end, like hanging on the ground, like she really like was beating on.
And that's what we finna go into now. We about to watch the full video. Watch the full video and we finna see what's going on. Let's watch it and call back in once we get the full clip. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started. I had to go get Lisa out the house because she crying and shit. Let me go. This is the first video. And there it is. One more time. Shout out to that boy Joseph Gilbert. That look like he a first timer too. Joseph Gilbert said supporting the movement. I appreciate that love, Joseph. All right, when we see that, what I see is, honestly, what I see is him look like Quavo is trying to. Quavo is trying to, like. I can't do this with you. I can't do it. You throwing me off. Okay? I can't do it. Alright, get down there. I gotta do a show right now. Alright. Just find somewhere to sit down there. Big Bash Podcast, who this online? Hodge ma'am on the line, my nigga. Speak on it. What the word? What did you see in this video?
You know what, man? I seen the time, bro. About seeing a person who used to dealing with them, but I was not educated with them dealing with folks. You know, because he chose the right time for the job, for the occasion, and he was foul. But that's what all dancers go through, no matter how much money is in their pocket. These men have nothing to do with your financial status. That's the bitch blood. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with funky bitches like that, that's what happens over a cheeseburger, over some people roll. You know what I'm saying? That shit been happening in the household. Been dealing with that sorry ass bitch, you know? You better be like a bitch like him so you can learn from it and grow from it. She ain't bankrupt as Kardashian again. She came out there with a W. Talking with a sorry ass bitch like that. I mean, they're like they've been through that type of shit.
And what a nigga don't, and this is why I have to speak to these celebrities, especially the Migos. I have to speak to these niggas in a certain way because of the fact that it's like they don't understand. Like when that nigga sat there, hey, when that nigga sat there there and allowed that bitch to make that statement about money like that. When she made that statement saying, if he ain't paying your bills and buying trips and all this shit like this, then throw that nigga back to the streets is what she said. As if he's like, so you're a fucking scavenger. You're a scavenger. How in the fuck are you throwing somebody back to the wilderness? Bitch, you're the person out here with your hand out asking for something. But once again, that speaks to that nothing ass bitch mindset to where she feels like just her being around you is her payment. I made a post talking about well, I see you finna fuck that up. The bitch came on my post. What the fuck was that post? I said, let me see. I want to say that shit word for word. Here it is. It says that the bitch says, the day my husband asked me to pay half on the rent is the day I pack my bags. The nigga replies and says, and go where? Question mark. You can't even afford half the rent. Where the fuck are you gonna go? This is like, so up under this post, do you know it's a fucking nab that said childbirth, cooking, cleaning, you add all that up, and she said, how much does that cost? You add all that up, and then you tell me who owes who. Like, what the fuck? Like, hold on, like, let me see. Oh, here it is. She said, when marriage becomes a business deal, what does childbirth cost? What does housekeeping cost? What does home management cost? Grocery shopping, paying bills, doing laundry. Then tell me who owes who. But we know, and that's what I'm trying to tell niggas, and this is the reason why I tell niggas, like, I'm coming to the table in my relationship. I'm coming to the table, letting the woman know, hey, I don't believe in a Americanized wedding. Like, we can get married and shit like that, but I'm not signing a marriage certificate. I'm not gonna let the government validate my love. And if that's a deal breaker for you, then by all means, thank you for coming. We'll go our separate ways. But see, love is gonna be love, and business is gonna be business. We've seen the best of friendships break up because of that business. You see rappers all the time, musicians all the time, gospel singers, it don't matter what it is. But as soon as you put that motherfucking business, you put that damn money in that shit, dog, you finna have some real issues. You finna have some real fucking problems. Say it again? No. As far as Quavo, once again, and this is where, like I said, the industry puts this requirement out that you have to be somewhat of a trick. You have to be a nigga who is a young nigga who doesn't really know what the world is, but you talk as if you know everything. The nigga, and you have to see that video. Is that on the Patreon? The DJ Academics video? Well, YB and Almighty J? Did I drop that shit yet? I don't think I dropped it yet. It's the YB and Almighty J and DJ Academics. It's on Clubhouse, and they and they talking. And YB and Almighty J is trying to justify a bitch hitting him up in a DM and him just paying for whatever the fuck she wants. If a bitch say that she need $1,000, she finna go shopping, I'll send that. You know, that's why I got such a good face call with these females. Like, that nigga was really like standing up for being a trick ass nigga. And this is what the industry wants. They want our leaders to be blind as a motherfucker. That's very important that our leaders be extremely blind, extremely malleable. You understand? I was just talking to a stand-up artist earlier today, an artist who has integrity, an artist who actually is saying something in his music, and I had to break it to him straight. My nigga, there is not going to be any label that's going to show you love. You're going to have to work for every fan that you get. They're not going to make any of this shit easy for you because they cannot mold you. You already stand for something. The people that they want is the destructive ones. They need the bad examples to stand out. And this is how we get to this point where the Migos, niggas who never knew. You seen fucking this nigga Offset,